Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about Onision again. Yes, I know I already made one video, but he had another debate that I wanted to respond to. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be the next Joy Sparkle. I'm not gonna make that many videos. So without further ado, let's start.
So the drawing you posted of yourself sodomizing me.
Yeah, did you like it?
No, not really. Do you think like that's acceptable regardless of gender, or was it just fine because it was a girl and guy?
Obviously it was rude, and obviously it was meant to piss you off and dig at you. Like the many things you've done to me, vice versa. So
Well, I've never done anything like
it's
that.
not that big of a deal.
I mean, Twitter banned you for
No, you've never done anything like that, but you've definitely, rated, underage girls in sports bras on your channel.
Yeah, sports bra, that's confusing to me. And did you actually see the clip?
How is that confusing to you?
Well, because a sports bra
girl in a sports bra
in public.
Right, but so that means that in public it would be okay for you to, rate a 13-year-old girl in a sports bra and tell her if she's fat or not, tell her if she's 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Rate, but what did I actually say in that video?
So you think a drawing of something bad is much worse than actually looking at underage people in their underwear on a channel much larger than her Twitter? Onision, please use logic. You think it's okay to rate people in public? Like, yeah, I get we can't do anything if you think it, but actually like rating them out loud? When you're so much older and they're so young? I don't know how you could think that's okay just because it's not illegal.
Because of that, because you're judging up this old shit, because your channel is so dead, and because you can barely crack like 30,000 views on a video over a week, it is hard to remember exactly what you said to all these young girls in your videos. So I couldn't tell you exactly. You're the one that seems to really still care about all of this, so you have to tell me.
I have a video that I uploaded like 36 hours ago that's over 100,000 views. I mean, so like that's
good for you. That is really good for you.
I'm just saying that's not accurate.
It's pretty funny that he seems so offended by that when he was the one who told Jacqueline Glenn that 60,000 views wasn't good for a video, and yet most of his are under that now.
It's on retention, right?
Of course, that's why longer form videos do well, which by the way you make fun of me for, so cool.
Yeah, your last video, your video on me was like 15 minutes long, got 60.
Yeah, but most of my videos are around between 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes longer if I do a debate.
62,000 views isn't good, Jacqueline.
Why? Can I tell you why I brought it up? Because ever since you made that video,
I killed your channel, apparently.
I've been getting called a pedophile on a regular basis. And I think I'm not a pedophile.
So is that my fault, or is that your fault for being a creep?
When you acted like that image of that girl in a sports bra and leggings was something else, that's when you started to imply this pedophilia thing, which just isn't a real thing.
Well, maybe you shouldn't do stuff that could be interpreted that way then, huh? The thing is, Greg, people could go and look at all the stuff you did and what was posted. If it really was the case that she made it out to be something that it wasn't, people would have called her out on it. But nobody did. Also, generally, online people in the comments tend to exaggerate stuff. Doesn't mean they all believe you're actually a pedo.
Like girls in sports bras, and I have actually the receipts. I actually have the archives of your forums up on my browser right now of all these girls, very scantily clad, very underage, very underdeveloped.
You don't know their age, though. That's the problem.
You can tell. Yeah, you can actually tell by looking at them that they're extremely fucking young.
Actually,
and what you like to do,
dated somebody who was 19 and they were not developed. So
I'm sure that's how you like him, Greg. I'm sure you like him very underdeveloped. But the point is,
actually, I like people of like
all ages
or not developed, so long as they're past puberty by like.
Greg, you just stated that you like girls who are not developed. Are you? And you want to be mad at me for making you look like a creep?
No, I stated that I like a variety of mature women.
See, Greg, this is why people call you a pedo, because you do and say shit like that. How can you not see how doing and saying things like that makes you look creepy?
Just because you're not developed doesn't mean you're not mature. There are plenty of adults who are not.
Listen.
So you don't care if they're underdeveloped as long as they are mature? What about people who are underage but are mature for their age? Do you like them too? I sure hope not.
It's like you dig your own hole and then you want to be mad at me for ending your YouTube, which I guess I kind of did. But it's your fault. Now I'll unmute you and you can definitely respond. Actually, you can unmute yourself. I can't unmute. There you go. There you go.
You just admitted that you damaged my career with your, I mean, like you didn't admit the second part, but you did actually previously on Twitter admit that your statements were misleading.
Wait, what about misleading? What did I say misleading?
Yeah, you admitted that you didn't disclose that my site specifically said only appropriate images. You actually said that.
Right, here's the thing.
Hold on, I'm still talking. We get to take turns, right? So, yeah, you said that you didn't actually tell people that the site specifically said only appropriate images, no inappropriate pictures. No. It's actually on your Twitter right now. People can search for it, Miss Blair White, @Onision, or including the word Onision. You made this whole statement where you actually admit that you didn't tell people that the site said no inappropriate images. So this entire time, you're saying creepy YouTuber collects pictures of 13-year-olds when you only have one example. Hold on, you only have one example of a 13-year-old, and the 13-year-old that you were using as an example.
I have a list of fucking examples open in my fucking browser right now.
Hold on.
I have a list, like 10, 12, 13, 14-year-olds.
Hold on. You have this one example that you use in your video that is a person in spandex.
Right,
but you don't show that image. You don't say, hey, this person's actually in a sports bra and leggings. You act like they're actually in underwear. And then you go on to show
act like they're in actual underwear? A sports bra is underwear though, Greg. Or did you not know that?
Well, you literally said creepy YouTuber collects photos of 13-year-olds. That was the title. But that completely alienates all of the other people who are actually the majority of people that are collected.
Greg, it doesn't matter how many appropriate aged girls you collected. The fact remains you still did collect pictures of inappropriate underage people. It doesn't matter how many people you don't punch. If you still punch a few, you still have to get consequences for that.
How do you respond?
What is your definition of collect?
You legit just said majority of people who are collected, and now you need a definition of collect? Seriously, Greg? Let's not care how she defines it. Let's look at the definition. Bring or gather together a number of things, which you would have had to do to put them in videos. Even if you deleted them later, you still had to save them to your computer somehow.
Just answer this. How old was she?
I don't know. I can't verify. Have your facts straight and not get all your information from one bogus article.
If you can't verify that, perhaps you shouldn't put them in videos like that. You're saying she needs to get all the facts straight, but when she asks you how old the girl was, you say you can't verify. So how will she be able to get the fact of her age exactly right when you yourself can't even verify that?
Yeah. When did this become hot or not? When it was originally whether or not they're fat?
Oh, I don't know, Greg. Maybe it has something to do with all of these. The thumbnails, titles. Yes, maybe.
I would like to go back to the drawing you posted of you raping me.
Who said it was rape?
Obviously, I didn't consent.
It was a drawing. Who said it was rape?
But if I drew a picture, or yeah, if someone drew a picture and they're a man, they drew a picture of them raping you, I'm pretty sure the internet would be outraged at that. Maybe you wouldn't, but the internet would just completely lynch them. So how is it appropriate for you to do that?
Who said it was appropriate?
But why would you do that? Why?
Because it was funny, Greg. Because it was funny, and I like fucking with you.
Twitter didn't find it funny. They banned you for a day. See, I've never been banned.
Yeah, they banned me because you're a punk ass bitch.
For the images in this context that I've posted, I've never been banned from it for a day. But you have. So in this situation, you posting a picture of you raping me or forcefully sodomizing me.
It wasn't rape. It wasn't rape though.
And you're here telling me that I can't tell people whether or not they're fat, but somehow you're a saint by posting drawings of you raping people. Like, do you not see how crazy?
But I'm flat out telling you that it wasn't rape. And at the end of the day, it's just
tell the victim whether or not they're raped. The victim gets to decide that.
You're not a victim. I didn't fucking rape you.
Getting raped.
Do you feel like a rape victim in this moment, Greg?
Why would I say I feel like a rape victim? I was a victim of a victim.
A victim of a drawing.
Yes. And you got banned for a day
because
Twitter believed that you were totally wrong.
Greg,
you have your opinions, and YouTube doesn't agree with you. The law doesn't agree with you. I have my perspective.
the law of what?
And
What did I do that's illegal?
my perspective.
What have I done that's illegal?
Twitter,
Not in your perspective, in the law's perspective.
Against you because of
in the law's perspective. What have I done that's illegal?
No, I'm not talking about the law taking action. I'm talking about the.
But you just said the law disagrees with me. So what is
I'm
it?
talking about the law disagrees with you saying there's something wrong with the images that I posted. But we're talking about the Twitter.
No, you're not gonna. No, you're trying to manipulate. I never said it was fucking illegal ever. Not once. Not once.
I'm not saying you ever said it was illegal. What I'm saying is,
then what's your point?
like this is a horrible, horrible thing when nothing illegal happened.
Greg, your defense for rating real underage people in underwear is the fact that she posted a drawing, which won't hurt anyone by the way, of a public adult. How is what she did even comparable? And besides, perhaps you should think of a better argument when you yourself have made fun of rapes in several videos. I'm not saying what you've done is illegal, nobody is. We are saying it is wrong. And besides, in the Joy debate we went over this. You're not allowed to have monetary gain from underage people without a contract signed by the parents or the guardian of the child.
Like this is getting off to something like, for instance, a girlfriend just prior to that was 26 and my ex-spouse was 24 when we split. So
right.
It's that's what people like to do is they like to ignore the people who are, much closer to my age that I've been with because it doesn't suit the agenda that I'm some kind of child targeting freak.
That's irrelevant. We don't have a problem if you date people your age. The fact still remains that you have also dated very young people compared to your age, since the brain fully develops at 25. Just like we don't necessarily care about the fact that you posted pictures of 40-year-olds, we care about the young ones. Wanna know why? Because generally, older people tend to want to protect the young, weak, naive people, and I think that's a very good thing.
A sports bra, considering how offended you were.
Offended is a strong word. I just didn't like it.
How would you react, considering that's so creepy? How would you react if I posted a picture of myself raping someone, like a drawing of me raping someone? Would you be equally outraged, less outraged, more outraged than the yoga?
Greg, this is your manipulation coming into play. It wasn't rape. I told you it wasn't rape. It wasn't rape. I told you it wasn't rape.
I was the victim in the picture. Okay, you can't tell me I wasn't being raped.
I'm telling you weren't being raped.
But that's what sign of consent was there in that image? You and I we are not on good terms. So when you take someone that you don't like and you draw a picture,
someone fucking drew a picture and I reposted it. Who gives a fuck?
And you were banned for a day because of it. You were so wrong.
You were banned because I was banned because you're a punk ass bitch who sends your followers on flagging campaigns. That's why the fuck I was banned. If enough people flag something, they just get banned. How
many times in this broadcast have I insulted you?
Greg, how many times in the last video you made of me did you call me a cunt? Thank you. How many times?
You're talking about 8-month-old drama.
Right, and this is the first time we've talked since then. This is the first time we've talked since then.
Isn't it interesting how the tables turn when you want to use old drama to suit your agenda?
It's not about using old drama. It's about you saying I'm being rude to you.
What I'm saying is you've called me a punk ass bitch and a number of other things.
You are a punk ass bitch.
You are very mature. You enjoy your vodka as well. I saw you tweet about how you're going to get drunk while this is a good life decision.
I didn't say I was going to get drunk. I said I'm drinking, and it is a fine life decision. I know you chain people up in your basement because they smoke weed, but regardless, I'm allowed to drink vodka. I'm a developed girl. Okay, I'm developed.
Literally not true what you just said. You said I know you chain people up in your basement. I've literally never chained anyone up in my basement, and it wasn't because people smoke weed or not smoke weed.
Greg, are you getting it now? I'm like fucking with you. Are you getting it now?
Do you not care about honesty? Because you made you made so many false statements in this broadcast and prior.
Except I haven't.
Like,
that's the thing is I haven't.
You have a habit of you're a habitual liar?
I'm a habitual liar.
Is that what you're saying?
Not at all, Greg. Am I a habitual liar? What have I lied about? The joke now that you chain people up. I know you didn't chain anyone up, Greg. But you know what that fiasco was.
We're not having a two clowns debate and joke around debate. We're having two people talk about a serious issue.
Greg, are you really calling me a clown when you look like a bloody tampon?
You are a public figure. You don't have to give consent for people to draw you however they wish. And how many times didn't you insult Joy, And now you try to act like a cool, calm debater because you know people didn't take it well when you did it the other way. Seriously, Greg, learn to take a joke. You take everything literal, yet you use sarcasm in your videos yourself. How can we know when you joke or not? So the Joy debate was a clown debate then? I don't understand how you can expect someone to act seriously with you with how the last debate went and your online presence. Like you act extremely rude towards Joy, and then Blair does act a little bit mean, and suddenly it's not okay. You're such a hypocrite. Don't do stuff you don't want other people to do to you.
One of my good friends, Shane Dawson, you have attacked relentlessly.
Shane Dawson and I talk every other day. Like, well, not every other day. We talk like once.
No. It does. Wait, what?
Yeah, we've been emailing back and forth for weeks now.
I know. I heard that this morning, but I also heard some other things.
What did you hear?
So,
what did you hear?
Nothing. However,
I highly doubt that. But if that's the case, that you talk to Shane Dawson, then prove that, or have Shane prove it, because otherwise I think you're lying about that. So what does Shane think about the videos you make?
Covered. What does that mean?
I'm sure you wouldn't want to like get in trouble or like fuck someone who's illegally underage. I'm sure you only fuck like legal
but I
women.
don't want to either because young people are idiots. Like there's nothing that a child offers. No. There's nothing that a child offers in a relationship. There's no future there. So why would anyone?
But there's lots they offer for your videos, right? To put their bodies up on the internet to rate, right?
To tell them if they're fat or not when they're wearing leggings and a sports bra. That's totally appropriate.
Right. So you exploit children, just not sexually, just like visually on your YouTube channel for hundreds of thousands of people to see, for young girls to be affected by that.
Posting a drawing of raping someone is better to you.
You just said young people are idiots. So then why do you exploit them and put them in your videos when they're not smart enough to see that maybe it's not a good idea? To me, a drawing of two public figures absolutely is way better than real, private, underage girls. For way many more eyes to see. YouTube is a bigger platform than Twitter to begin with for you.
Rape is not funny.
Rape isn't funny, you say? I do agree with that. However, you've made rape jokes before on your channel several times, so you cannot complain when others do it. A drawing doesn't hurt anyone real. Pictures of young people in their underwear can. That's the difference. And you are a public adult figure, so it's different.
The defending of a rape drawing, like it's pretty sad where you are. And then you try to be a social justice warrior where you're trying to act like you're a hero for all 13-year-olds out there. When really,
Greg, you're an adult. You're a public figure. Neither one of us are 13-year-old girls.
In this situation,
we both have balls here.
If I did those things,
Greg,
I wouldn't be able to show up to a debate. I'd be so humiliated.
Really? You'd be humiliated if you did those things? Because you made rape jokes. I personally haven't seen you apologize for that. If you have, I'm sorry. And you've insulted countless people, especially Joy, in the debates, so you are not any better. Stop acting like you are.
It just depends so much on whether or not people like you, and they'll go with that. For instance, if I was you right now and you were me, and you behaved the way you are now, and I behave that way I am now, so basically you're behaving appropriately, not slinging insults. I'm behaving inappropriately, muting you, and trying to be completely controlling in the argument, etc. Admitting that I falsely represented.
I thought you liked being controlled.
People would say that this was open and closed. The person who was saying punk ass bitch, etc., lost. But because you are you, people are going to support you regardless. So when you say, oh, nobody's called me out for lying, it's because I am hated online. People want me to lose. People actually go out of their way to watch hater videos, which promotes them in the algorithm because they have higher engagement because people are obsessed with hating me just like they're obsessed with hating Trump. People, like, if you notice, there's so much comedy. If you notice, there's so much comedy out there that is centered on shitting all over Trump. And people, it just keeps happening because people keep eating it up. My point is, you don't even know for sure, based on an audience reaction these days, whether or not you're right or wrong, because of the fact that a lot of times the audience will simply agree or align with you a lot of times because you either entertain them, you offer them something, or they simply get satisfaction out of seeing someone who mirrors their own opinion.
The reason of the hate videos is because more and more people are starting to see who you are and what you're doing, and they keep eating it up because you keep doing and saying insane stuff. If you really didn't do questionable stuff, you wouldn't be getting this much hate. It's funny you should say that, because that includes your fan base. So you can't know whether you're right or wrong just because your fan base saying you're right. Should have thought about that, huh?
Because
Are you talking about the weight thing? Did you see today's video?
I'm talking about no, I don't watch your videos like that, but I have watched previous videos where you have said, listen, let me introduce the point and then we can talk about it. I have seen videos in which you state that Shane wears black to hide his disgusting body. Videos where you have compared your body to Shane's. And the thing about Shane, I'll let you respond, but let me address my issue. The thing about Shane is that, first of all, Shane's a really good friend, which is why I'm bringing it up. If this wasn't a friend, I wouldn't bring it up. The thing about Shane is that he has been very open online about his body dysmorphia, about the issues he's had with his weight. He's had a really intense skin surgery. He used to be 400 pounds. I know. For you to be, yeah, I'm glad. So for you to be a shitty enough person to make video after video calling someone's body disgusting, comparing your body to his when he used to be 400 pounds, that's just really, really fucked up. So I really wanted to just let you know that I've seen that and that you're really fucked up for that.
Have you seen, oh, sorry, I almost asked the same question. Today's video really cleared things up. So if you saw that, you would probably get more.
Okay, well, I'm glad maybe you feel remorse or whatever. But at the end of the day,
see,
I'm letting you know that's a huge reason.
You pull the hyperbole thing and I pull the comedy thing. You see that?
It's comedy. Listen. You have made video after
you posted a picture. You posted a drawing of you raping me. That's comedy to you, right? Because you said it was hilarious. Okay.
That is.
So that context of rape is funny to you. However, me saying certain things that are offensive about other people is like a Daniel Tosh thing. Okay.
That's not.
It's just
it's not about it being. It's not about it being offensive, Greg. It's about you going after Eugenia Cooney, an anorexic girl. The shit you said about her is fucking foul. You've gone after Shane.
The vast majority
has been through hell and back to lose his weight. Huh?
A lot of people, like thousands of people, came to me saying, I was triggered by this person, or I'm glad that you made these videos because it helps raise awareness about eating disorders.
It doesn't matter though.
How is it comedy to keep seriously going after someone with a weight problem, skinny or overweight? It's different to make a video, give some few insults, to completely go after them for several videos. If people get triggered by someone, they need help, and just don't watch that exact person. So that argument doesn't work.
But now you virtue signal about trans people constantly, and you have like a trans wife, right?
Why did you put quotes like that? Why would you want to be accepted as a trans person while insulting other trans people? Non-binary.
No, I really don't. Are you really going to check them out now?
But that's so invalidating. Do you these people are trying to be validated. These people are trying to be validated. They want to be a part of the LGBT community, and people like you just keep rejecting them completely hypocritically. But why would you put quotes around it? That's like if I put quotes around gay marriage. That's like if I put quotes around gay marriage. I'm like, gay, and then quote marriage, as if that's not valid. People don't need this invalidation, especially coming from a trans person like yourself. That's very confusing.
It shouldn't be confusing. I've made many videos,
Well, why would you do it then?
How about I fucking answer you, Greg? How about that?
All right.
I've made many videos expressing my opinions on non-binary and alternative gender identities. Shouldn't really be that shocking. It's not a big deal I did this, okay? Like, if that is really gonna shake your foundation and ruin your wife's day, I'm sorry. I take it back then. I didn't fucking mean the quotes then.
We get it all the time, so it's a very a topic that we notice a lot.
Okay.
Every day, invalidating tweets, harassment in general on YouNow and other places. It's something that we're just not really into. I'm sure you've received your own share of annoying comments, and no matter how tough of a cookie you are, I'm pretty sure that it gets to you from time to time because it is constant. So you don't need to express it yourself.
You want to complain how Blair is a SJW for not wanting you to put underage people's bodies in underwear. Yet you fucking freak out about some air quotes about your wife being trans. So what you're saying is what people say bothers you as well? Because I highly doubt that considering how you act.
I actually think this is one of the better debates I've ever had because you're actually responsive. So I disagree. But I think we're down to 2 questions. You actually went through almost the whole list. That's incredible. Okay, so
Greg, don't fucking try to like.
I don't care if I like you or don't like you. People deserve credit where it's due.
Okay, so either you're more cautious of Blair White because she's a bigger channel, or you've learned from Joy Sparkle.
Because
You don't have to
the
do
only
research.
no, listen.
Research content ID. Just do that, and you will find that you are actually
No,
wrong.
Onision. The thing is, I don't really believe you because the only videos that seem to be getting flagged are videos that are against you. The only people that seem to be getting flagged now are the Joy Sparkles.
Thousands of I'm a Banana videos have been automatically claimed.
Maybe that one, but how many fan videos of you have been compared to the ones against you? It does seem very suspicious, especially with the timing and all.
Just answer yes or no to the question I asked you. Did you or did you not collect photos of underage girls to put in your videos, to rate or to call fat or skinny or acne, any of that shit? Did you or did you not?
Let me look up the definition of collect.
We already went through the definition of collect, and you did.
Onision, did you really just say that?
Yes, I just said that. I can't admit something I don't know.
Onision, if you are saving photos to your computer
or gather together.
Bitch, I can't. That's some nutty shit, Greg. You know that's some nutty shit.
I just want to know what I'm saying. That's all. Because this is English and definitions define what we're saying. So
Right,
I think
literal.
I think it's appropriate to look up what I'm actually saying before I say it. Don't you?
Okay, find out what collects mean. Find out what a collection means.
It just means to bring or gather together. And no, I did not gather together pictures of 13-year-olds. I gathered together pictures of people.
You saying that doesn't help your case at all if that's what you think, Greg. Also, I just want to point out that this time Greg didn't seem to have a problem with Blair calling him Onision. So why was it so bad when Joy did?
Like, I don't know, honey, listen, this is no shade to like Jacqueline Glenn or anyone else who's ever debated, you know, Joy Sparkle, whatever, although Joy Sparkle is kind of fucking crazy. Okay. But like, I'm not either of those people. That's not going to fucking work with me. Period.
I don't get that Blair went on Joy's stream and apologized for friendly fire, when all she said about Jacqueline was that she got talked over, but when you called Joy psycho several times, even after the debate was technically over. So I wonder if you really think she's insane or not. I don't really care if she thinks Joy is insane, I'm just confused about the whole thing. But I think that's all I wanted to say, so thanks for watching the video, tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.